Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Right now you're watching a kill confirm game and I'm using my favorite weapon in all Black Ops 2. I don't know why I didn't permanent unlock this one when I prestige, but it is the KSG shotgun. And on this one I'm using a reticle sight. It's like, you know, a red dot sight, and I don't know why, because to be honest I don't usually use optics on any gun. I just use iron sights unless the iron sights are really bad. But on the KSG, I don't know why I decided to use this optic sight, but hey, whatever, it fucking works. Anyways, I don't know what this commentary is about per se without getting me in trouble, because I kind of want to do a commentary about Whiteboy 7th Street. Not to get attention, not to maybe someday Whiteboy will see my video and he'll leave a like, because that's just not going to happen. I'm microscopic to that guy. But in the sense that he's a very big channel. Not the biggest gaming channel, not the biggest channel, but he's a good sized channel, especially in this little niche of the Call of Duty gaming YouTube scene. And the reason I like Whiteboy 7th Street is, to be honest, I think he might be the most honest motherfucking commentator we have. Really. I honestly think he might just be the most honest commentator of that size that we have in that group, I should say, because there's a lot of larger channels, especially gaming and whatnot. You got like Syndicate, who's not just Call of Duty, and you got C-Nanners and Hutch, give or take, whenever he decides to do whatever he does. And it's like, okay, those guys are almost like the original OG, I guess you could say, YouTube commentators. Blame Truth, XCal, all these guys. Then you had the second generation of commentators that came in and realized that, hey, there's money to be made here. Hey, there's, you know, ways to expand our channel and really grow it. And that's where you get the Woody's Gamer Tags, ZX Jaws, Whiteboy 7th Streets, all these guys that are like, hey, I'm gonna make YouTube my job. They were the first people that really made a go at it and have been successful at it. Now, Whiteboy 7th Street. Now, if you haven't been around YouTube that long, you're probably thinking, how is Whiteboy 7th Street's channel so big? And it's kind of synonymous with giveaways. Machinima doesn't allow giveaways anymore, which is weird, because YouTube even tells you to do giveaways. I don't know where it is anymore, but on the old YouTube layout, on the lower left of the YouTube page, on every YouTube page, it had a little frequently asked questions thing, and one of them was, how do I get people to watch my videos? How do I get my channel to grow? And YouTube said, well, you could do things such as give away prizes on your channel. And that's what Whiteboy did, and it's a perfectly legitimate way to grow a channel or do whatever. It's no different than a sweepstakes by a company, or Pepsi points or codes for Halo 4 or Coca-Cola, whatever the fuck. That it's no fucking different than that. You run a sweepstakes with people having the opportunity to win, and hopes that you get people to buy your product, or in this case, watch your channel, sub your channel more, blah blah blah, and make more money at the end of it. There's nothing wrong with giveaways. Now, people always accuse Whiteboy of never actually following through on the giveaways. Like, he'd buy all the stuff, film the videos, and then acted like he gave them away, and then he would just return the stuff to the store and get his money back. I don't know if that's true or not, because there's no way to verify that. I know there's a rumor going around that Girl Gone Gamer doesn't get her own gameplay, like she has someone else play for her and she claims that as her own. But that's all fucking rumor, conjecture. I don't fucking know if that's true or not, and there's no way to really know that. And I like how you just saw me kill 2 people in a row with KSG there, and I didn't use the reticle sight at all, because I still use the KSG like a shotgun. I still hip fire it, and I have nothing wrong with that slug like not going the way I want, because I am very accustomed to hip fire, and you probably notice I hip fire a lot with or without hip fire attachments, steady aims, or laser sights. And that's simply because I grew up playing Doom and Unreal Tournament and whatnot, and there was no ADSing in that game. It was just all quote-unquote hip fire. So it's a lot like Counter-Strike, I guess you could say, and I like to hip fire, and it's faster too. I mean, even though it only takes like 1/10 of a second to ADS, fuck that. I'm not taking the time to fucking do that. That's 1/10 of a second I could die, because I need every millisecond I can get in this game because of lag. But back to Whiteboy 7th Street, why I think he's honest. If you make a video about Whiteboy 7th Street, shit talking him about his giveaways or his tactics or his personality or whatever, and how he just doesn't deserve giant ass subs or whatever, you know. If you do that, Whiteboy isn't gonna attack you back. He's not gonna get your video taken down. He's not gonna get his network to drop you, or if you're part of Machinima. You know, there's other commentators that if you say one ill thing about them whatsoever, look at this, watch this. Now I'm actually using the reticle and it's just not working out. I'm like, what the fuck? Wow, how many shots did it take to kill that guy? God, aim terrible. You really do need good aim with the KSG. But there are other giant commentators where if you say one bad thing about them, they'll either have your video taken down, your channel shut down, you thrown off your network, whatever. And it's kind of almost like that's wrong. Like, that's beyond, you know, practical hardcore business sense. That's just egomania run amok, and that's bullshit. And that's because there's no police in YouTube or gaming or Machinima or any of these networks. There's no policing. You can pretty much say or do whatever you want, and whoever's got the most views, the most subscribers, can do whatever they want back to you, and they'll win. Because you can false flag videos and get people to false flag videos, and YouTube will shut that shit down permanently before you ever have a chance to fight it or whatnot. They're like, oh, no, whatever. They don't actually verify shit. Woody's gamertag got obviously Jesus thrown off Machinima because Woody's gamertag was quote-unquote bullied by obviously Jesus. Now, obviously Jesus is very abrasive and whatnot, but he was basically attacking Woody for Woody using his child who has autism as a method to gain views or something like that, and he was calling Woody out on it. And for the most part, he wasn't insulting Woody or anything, so that's that. But he got obviously Jesus thrown off Machinima. Fisticuffs on his second channel made a vlog about how Woody operates and things Woody does behind the scenes and in private, which, like I said, if you're in the know of YouTube and you've witnessed this shit or know people who have been victims of this shit, then it's not really fair, because the whole philosophy is, well, Woody is just using his greed and it's all about money, and it's basically he's taking away money from smaller channels, more dedicated channels, better quality channels. He's robbing them of opportunities to make money. If that argument holds water, then you have to say that YouTube is a valuable, viable way to have a form of income. If you accept that, then what you think about Woody's gamertag is wrong. But yeah, Whiteboy 7th Street doesn't do any of that shit. He does not get people shut down, thrown off networks, whatever. In fact, he's the most honest motherfucking commentator we have. I know he always talks to his subs about how he quit smoking weed or some shit, and then he came out and admitted that, hey, I didn't quit sometimes I still smoke up, blah blah blah. And as much as that is dishonest, at least he tells people not to, I guess. You know, because if you have a bunch of kids as your triple kill with the lightning strike, if you have a bunch of kids as your subscribers, the best way to appeal to those kids is to do quote-unquote triple kill with the Hellfire, is to do dishonest things, I guess, deviant things, because kids like that, because they're kids, they're not allowed to do these things, right? Woody's gamertag, like with his Mail Mondays, would talk about sex and shit. And I know this is the third video in a row that I've kind of blasted Woody's gamertag, but when you're a channel my size, it doesn't fucking matter, because it's not like he can really do anything to me. He can't get my channel shut down. He can get this video removed, but whoop de fucking do, you know? It's not like I'm losing money or revenue or I care about YouTube. I mean, Woody is only quote-unquote powerful in YouTube, on a website. That's it. In real life, everywhere else, he's nobody, you know? Like Yala says, he can only get recognized with his fame, and then picking up all those tags, he can only get recognized like in an Xbox Live lobby. Nowhere else. Motherfucker can't go to a gas station. That's why these motherfuckers flock to these conventions. It's because it's the one place they can go and possibly be spotted and be known, and someone will actually say, hey, can I have your picture taken with you? So yeah, I've been putting Woody on blast, but I don't really want to put Woody on blast as much as I want to commemorate Whiteboy 7th Street. And I don't know, maybe it's because he's a fellow Wisconsinite, I don't know, but yeah, I think he's the most honest, legitimate commentator we have, that he grew his channel by honest means, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the way he did it. And everyone calls him a money whore. Well, there's a difference between a money whore and doing this as a job. Like I said, he's not throwing people off networks. He's not trying to quote unquote eliminate his competition completely, stuck to your foot. But he's not trying to do that to grow his channel. Woody's gamertag is. So Woody is actually the money whore, the dishonest thief. Whiteboy, I don't think he is. Well, let me know what your thoughts are on this one. I know it's kind of controversial.